Check, check. Sherry, can you give us an indication you can hear us? Okay, thanks. Uh, new procedures now because we have to record these meetings and we're going to be allowing um quorum by Zoom with the membership is if there's anybody not identified on the Zoom, like their name says guest or doesn't say a name, like they need to identify themselves. Like we can't have anonymous people on our meetings.
So I say a full
And I'll
name.
send that out. It doesn't have to have their full name, but like we have to know who it is. Like Linda, you're gonna have to change your name on your Zoom to your actual name.
Well, okay. I mean, you guys know who I am, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll have to ask the lawyer, do we have to like have them flash their driver's license through Zoom? Like, I don't know.
Huh.
No, because there's information on that you can't.
I know.
by everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to ask the
So
lawyer
if you
how
put your name up there with a
This is
dash
the
and
only
then
way
your
you can do it,
address.
is you write your name on a piece of paper, you hang it up with your face, and that's you.
Yeah, I mean, Tom's got his camera on.
Well, yeah, I think we would have to just verify by visual, like,
Yeah,
and you'd have to know people's faces and their names.
yeah.
Should give us the address.
I still don't want you to have their name, they shouldn't have that.
Well, we just have to, like,
And
especially if it's a meeting where the members are actually voting on
Yeah.
something,
Just
we have to be able to verify, like,
for something
yeah.
like today or a hearing committee meeting.
Yeah, like today's meeting doesn't matter, but
This is for like. the
so like
actual-
our July 25th
Yeah.
meeting,
We'll have to be-
we'll have to, whoever's on Zoom and wants to vote through Zoom, we have to verify who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Everybody have a good Fourth?
it's got everything screwed up now.
And it was just another day and people popping off and in the park when you're not supposed to. I was ready at 12:15 in the morning. I was ready to hop in my car and drive around and tell everybody, okay, you're done now. But finally they stopped.
I hear nothing. I went to bed.
I couldn't because people kept popping off fireworks.
I don't hear nothing in my house.
Okay.
Yep. And you got any updates for us?
We have a little bit of mowing left, we couldn't get it all done last week, I gotta clean the pool filters. The camera's gonna go up this week in the storage lot, yeah.
What week so the quote came back from the drain guy too much. Well, I mean, it's $1,500. So we can spend the $1,500 to save the maintenance hours, or we have to decide we're gonna do it and.
Well, I will offer, I'm pretty sure that what we did actually made a difference. At the very least, we stirred it up and got rid of any blockages by blowing. So I'm not sure we're not okay for now with the drains we cleaned. If you know what I mean.
But we are still gonna, in the long run,
Well,
cut those off.
yeah, but you can make up a list of a million things and we can't do it because we don't have time and manpower. So I'm just saying.
Well, that to me, because it's gonna take a while for us to be able to decide on, and because like we have to go through a whole membership vote to do the drainage in here.
Yeah,
So it could be months before we actually start redoing the drains. Like, I mean, I think picking out like the last week of this month where there's no mowing, to go ahead and rent that machine and at least get the
Yeah.
few fully
think-
operational.
just, yeah,
Which reminds me,
cause you're gonna keep going back, spending time cleaning them,
the
trying to clean them.
Stefan Bitoto or Bitoto Stefan, what's her name? one of them giving us a quote. It
Oh,
was a father and a son. And the guy called me and said they don't wanna touch our drains. It's
okay.
outside of their scope of,
Okay,
so,
I have a feeling we're gonna end up using the guy that we've been going back and forth with.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um,
I'll talk
yeah,
to-
my impression, he's. Yeah,
I mean, he's probably a few $1,000s more than other people that would quote us, but the thing is like, we can't go cheap all the time.
So I still gotta get over my buddy. It's almost like Gator State. Paving. He did one of the quotes, it was a higher quote. I talked to his wife.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk to him personally and see like what he can do.
Well, but I'm saying like in the meantime, should we just go ahead and get that machine you guys wanted to cut off the ends of whatever drains?
Yeah,
to
it
the
was
right?
like 100 and. I don't know how much it was.
No, I think
a
it was
day.
gonna be, it was $300 a day,
No,
or
no.
you were gonna get the cheaper one?
camera was 300.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we
oh,
don't-
the camera's through.
There was one that was $205 a day, and that's at Sunbelt. Home Depot. Is 176 per day,
We have issues when you ship from Home Depot.
and then you got Ace Hardware in Brooksville, which
By the time you guys are able to get it, 'cause there's a line,
No,
or was that?
Ace
sorry.
Hardware,
reserve things at Home Depot, but if you get there early enough. Usually in the morning, before they open, you wait, you can get it.
you
when
can
they open.
reserve it online.
You can reserve online,
No, you can't. Home Depot doesn't sell stuff.
with rental, you
Oh.
can.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying, might be
Well,
better to
anyway,
go with a company that allows. us to do that.
Lowry's Ace Hardware in Brooksville is 109 a day. So
And that one probably reserve, right?
I'm not sure, they got a number we can call. They're right there on Cortez Boulevard. Going in downtown.
Well, I guess just keep it on your radar, Donovan, and that is, maybe we should do that the week, this month that you guys are not gonna mow.
Good rainy day.
So basically the week after next.
To point out that I'm effectively done until August.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine.
I literally. am gonna have to work the only thing I'm gonna do this week is do the cameras and scratch. Other than that, I gotta work on getting them over.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna stick cameras up with that chance,
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few people complaining about that.
one's up already.
They
Okay,
only complain because. The other people complain,
yeah,
not because they really care.
yeah.
Okay.
Do we have some other things? I got a couple of things.
Yeah,
But
go
I
ahead.
can wait.
Well, I mean, there's stuff on the list that we already have on here. We have that the dehumidifier and the black bear is working good, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
go ahead
checked
and
it.
install.
Yeah,
The
it was
other
at
three?
66% when I checked it.
Well, I mean, but the floors are nice and
Floor,
dry.
Yep,
Okay,
and that's the one that gets used the most, and someone just actually got done showering when I went over there, cause the shower floor was a little wet,
but
Well, that's because
the,
they don't close the shower.
yeah. No, I'm talking about inside the shower,
Oh.
it was wet,
but the actual floor in there,
Yeah, it was
like the
nice and
main
dry.
floor was nice and dry.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's actually working good,
But they know.
yeah.
all right. Well, could we go ahead and just purchase 3 more of those same dehumidifiers and
Yeah.
then we'll have somebody set them up when they've got time? You don't have to do it.
Even the little thermometers I put up there, it's actually lower too, so than the other ones.
Amazon. Business. Something I had to order that so I looked on both and the cost was identical. The difference was delivery is like a lot longer. Because I went in and set up our office hours. So that's just whether it matters, but since I'm not gonna be here, I mean, we can still have stuff dropped at my house. If somebody can.
Oh, you can have it go
Pick it
to
up.
any address when you do when you purchase
Yeah,
the
you just
item,
gotta,
yeah,
you gotta
I know.
have.
yeah, you just add an address.
I'm not caring about whether we get it the next
The
day
thing
or
with the business
days.
is you set up hours.
Yeah, you set it to office
One of the
hours.
reasons we switched to like Kathy was getting the deliveries,
Yeah,
because we didn't have anybody at the office to sign for
And then they'd leave
our
packages at the
packages to
door.
get there. So that's how we ended up shipping it to somebody's address,
Well,
so,
I think if it's something that we don't care about, like,
I mean,
we
can
don't
put it
care if the
in here.
dehumidifiers
sure.
come tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean, we've
Yeah.
gone this long without the
Yeah, I got it.
dehumidifiers, we can wait.
Camera-
But I didn't
So-
see any cost advantage on what I looked at.
yeah, I'll, if I or anything, I'll just have it sent to my address. You can send it any address.
Okay. And then somebody has Black Bear Bathhouse paint. What's up with that? Somebody has on here Black Bear Bathhouse paint.
The only thing I can think of is where it was cracking, but that just needs another coat of paint.
Well, I mean, that means we gotta call our contractor.
That's the one where the wood is cracked. so
Yeah, the
it's
wood's
not
cracked, so
necessarily-
you just put
the
another
paint
good
wasn't
coat of paint.
defective, there was a
Yeah.
crack there, so it just showed up.
So if we have leftover paint, just paint it ourselves, or.
Yeah, but I thought the whole point was like he was gonna prep the surface.
But did we have him fill all the cracks?
We didn't ask.
Well,
He
they
didn't
do.
say
Oh,
you should
I
fill in the
didn't.
cracks.
You guys probably assumed that he was gonna prep the surfaces and do everything, which probably thought he was gonna fill the crack when he prepped the surfaces. Filling a crack isn't considered prepping the surface, that's fixing. us.
repair.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's pretty, it just needs another coat of paint.
Yeah, but I was just gonna crack again. So
Well,
do we bother?
It didn't look, I wouldn't worry about it. If it's
Maybe.
paint.
if it's not raw wood on the inside of the cracks,
Well. if
then
it's
no, I
raw-
wouldn't bother, but
It is raw wood.
then you
inside the
should
crack.
paint it again.
Or
So you can get the
somebody,
paint
or we should
inside.
put some wood
yeah,
fill
you
in
just
there and then paint
you
it.
just take the paintbrush, you dip it in the paint and you just kinda
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it in, like you.
yeah, you
fill
crush
that
it and not
crack.
roll it.
Can we
that way
fill
it
it with
gets-
actual filler?
You could do that too.
Yeah,
That'd probably be the best thing to do.
probably.
I mean, I guess just. I mean, either that or let's wait until. Do we wait until the rainy season and the heat season's over? To where it's gonna crack as much as it's gonna crack? Or no, we wanna fill it when the crack is
You wanna
big,
fill it when it's open.
you wanna
So
fill it
when
when it's
it-
open, so when the winter comes, it contracts.
Yeah,
Well, add it to your of the multitudes. And eventually get around to it. So just do like the fill in the major cracks.
Wouldn't you want to be filling it in though, because moisture is getting in there, making it swell even greater and greater?
yeah, it's gonna just keep cracking.
Then continue to crack as long as we allow the cracks to be there.
Yeah,
Well, it won't take but a few minutes to, even if you are able to just fill in the major cracks, and then if it takes a little while to get back to painting it. And then there's outdoor utility. sink
yeah,
for
John
maintenance.
brought this up in his review, and I guess it was brought up before. I don't know why we don't have one.
Well, I mean, plumbing, do we have,
Yeah, we have plumbing,
and we could just
It's
connect one to
outdoor.
the outdoor
yes.
hose.
Yeah, they're like $100.
You guys want an outdoor sink for the maintenance shop?
This would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna,
Well, and you guys should
What
be,
was
you
that?
guys should be able to wash your hands without having to.
That was-
bathrooms.
it was $60, but you had to pay $30 shipping.
That was the one that had everything. with it?
Yeah, so they're like $100, $90.
Yeah.
It comes with everything.
Don't know how we do that.
Is it one of the plastic ones that just kinda sit there and you mount it up and you?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
freestanding,
that's fine.
yeah.
Is that okay, Tom? $100 for an outdoor sink at the maintenance shop, which should have one anyways.
It should, yeah, then have it.
Should have one a long time ago.
Just make sure that if it's gonna be used for. Stuff not other than soap and water, that we need to have some kind of catch. I don't know,
Yeah,
you
you can
guys
put
figure
a
it out.
catch basin in the bottom of it,
I mean, really, we
if
shouldn't be
need to
using
be,
it for anything.
but yeah, it should be on use for
So it was $100 for what again?
a freestanding outdoor sink.
Okay,
Doesn't even necessarily have to be freestanding, it could be one that mounts to the wall.
is this going to be right there next to the work shed?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the truck park
Push
is.
down, it stands by itself, it's better.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I have a quick question about the cameras for the storage lot. How are we doing on that?
How are
been
we
two
what?
weeks. The storage camera lot, storage lots, cameras?
Yeah, we got one up and Dom said he's getting the other ones up this week.
Okay, cool. So we have one up already?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, we're talking about cameras. When I bought the cameras for use at the storage lot, I bought 4 cameras. One of them I hijacked and put out here on the pool.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the question is, do we want to take that one from the pool and move it down to storage, which is where. And we
No,
put it
I
out there
think
when we
I
were
think we
having.
should
We
keep
need
it
the
at
one at the
pool,
pool.
yeah.
Can we just buy another one?
Yeah.
We'll just buy another one for the storage, because we need one at the pool.
Yeah.
We have too many people doing crazy stuff now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
what
we'll have
did you-
eventually 4 cameras then in the storage lot, plus the pool having one. Is that the
there's
plan?
pointed to the pool. There's 2 more pointed to the clubhouse.
And
Okay,
the bathrooms.
Yeah, in the pool bathroom. So there's 3 cameras out here by the pool, facing the pool and the clubhouse.
Okay. What else did you have? You said you had stuff, Robert?
Yeah, we need to use muriatic acid to balance our pool chemicals, and Donovan set up a tank and a pump. So we're gonna have to buy muriatic acid at home, at Lowe's, and put it into this.
And that's where you.
We could get it set up that they would deliver it, but it would cost. The tank and the shed to put in would be $1,000 or more.
Yeah.
So for now, I'll suggest we just do this. So if sometime this week, if you want to go to Lowe's with me and we'll buy a few gallons and get a discount,
How much is it?
it's
I don't.
it's the cheapest place to buy it. I think it's like $9 a gallon. Everywhere else is costing.
You're gonna drag me to Lowe's for 90-cent discount? How many gallons did you buy?
At least 20 gallons.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't, if we don't want to do it, that's fine, then.
Well, no, I'm just like, it needs to be, I mean, if you think about it, and I'll actually look up too, there are some things the military, a discount doesn't apply, and I'll just make sure that pool chemicals, is it a pool chemical or is it just muriatic acid?
It's in the pool chemicals.
So, okay, so I'll just look up and
So
make
what is
sure,
We sell muriatic acid somewhere else in there
but it's in the pool.
What is it actually used for? I mean, what does it do?
or dumping in the pool. Lowers the pH.
Okay.
Our pH is high, only because of how we're putting chlorine in, it's just, we need that to balance it out.
Okay.
Okay. Good. That was it.
We can buy 40 gallons.
I mean, if we want to buy 40 gallons, we can buy 40 gallons. Yeah.
The other thing is the golf cart charger. That kind of got to be critical last week. Every time I go down there, one or more golf carts doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I bought, and I was looking at, I bought the only one that I have 100% confidence in, because I actually have one. And it cost a bloody fortune, it was $600 or something for it. But like I said, it's the only one that I absolutely know works, and we bought. I don't know how many at $200 or more a piece over the last few years, so.
And they
Right,
literally
right.
burn up, like they burn up. That's
Right now-
Charged it to reserves, so.
Right now, my charger's down at maintenance, we're using that. Hopefully we get the new one before I leave, so I can get that one back, put it on my sister's car.
Well, Donovan.
One of the nice things about this charger is it's got an app. So you plug in your car, you can see that it's charging, you see what state it's in. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, we just plugged in John's this morning. He said it's fine. Bring up the app and it says it's like there's 0 charge in the batteries. Did some errors. I had the same thing on Friday when I plugged it in. I mean, this thing cranks up 25 amps versus like the other ones do 8. So.
Other than the fact that we'll probably have to treat the pool, did we get any effects from that huge dump of rain on the 4th? I mean, that was a lot of rain.
Pretty good at the moment.
we're dosing with the algaecide. And
Right.
it's,
Well, but I mean, like, did it affect anything else? Like, did we get any flooding at the bathroom again? Did anybody even look?
No, it wasn't that heavy of rain. We had a steady rain. Steady rains don't really flood. It's the 5 minute to 30 minute rains that just pour down like hell that usually causes the flash
Were you
flood.
guys here on Friday night? It rained for like 3 hours straight and it was heavy.
I was
yeah, but
surprised
the
that
quantity of rain wasn't.
It wasn't.
Hmm.
it
I mean, we can
wasn't- yeah.
withstand 2 inches of rain. It's when you get 4, 5, 6
In
inches of
literal
rain. That's
matter
when
of
it's.
seconds.
Okay. Any other maintenance things? It looks like the merry-go-round got fixed okay?
No, I haven't even got to it yet.
Oh, you haven't got to it yet. Oh, I thought it had. Okay. We
Oh,
need to get.
I was thinking they were 1/4 inch bolts, but I think maybe they're
3/8,
5/16.
5/16 or 3/8 or something like that. They're not very big. They're like,
Yeah, they were pretty small.
so.
Cause I was gonna buy them. Don't need 12.
And I only need them to be about that long,
Okay,
or at least a little, maybe a little longer, so I
Well,
have to.
I have time to go to Lowe's tomorrow with you. We can get the bolts and the,
The bolts are cheaper at Rural King.
oh, okay, well, you can go.
Rural King, you buy bolts by pound. So you can buy like huge chunk of bolts and nuts. For
The
what
only
you
thing
can buy
I
2 bolts.
ask is that you
Yeah.
buy lock washers, so when I put the bolts on, I can actually like crank it down and keep the bolts from backing out, so they don't have the
I'm
same
gonna
problem.
try and get lock nuts, but they don't have.
That works.
They don't have galvanized lock nuts. I was trying to get
Alright.
lock washer.
Because that was the problem happened to the other one, bolt came off and it just.
If you wanna quickly see if you can tell whether they're sizes of them. Just measure the heads. The head on a 1/4 inch bolt is 1/2 inch
Okay.
across. If it's bigger, if it's a little bigger than that, then it must be 5/16.
Alright, I'll measure them.
Well, or take a bolt with you.
You take one out. It might be more work.
I have to literally crawl under it. And
Yeah,
have somebody
that's
up, and somebody has to stay on top of it with a wrench while I'm sitting there. Because it's just, I can't. Do both at the same time.
Any other maintenance things?
Then do you know if you have any spray foam insulation anywhere? Cause there's holes in this metal and there's like bees and wasps getting in here. There's like a wasp attacking me in here this morning. So there's
When are
like,
In the office.
Is that window still open? There's a window that was,
no, the window's closed, I think.
okay,
I don't have none.
No, I know.
Also, we just need to finish the office.
The window is still open, the wire's still going through the window.
Will drywall,
Now, we can take that wire out of
or is
there
it thinner?
And stuff.
for now
Can you
because
get that at Lowe's or Home Depot, or do we have to
Yeah,
go to
you
the builder surplus?
I'm pretty sure you can get the thin stuff at Home Depot.
Cause we don't have any lying around anywhere, right? We're gonna have to buy a sheet.
We're gonna have to buy.
we'll get that window closed today and then,
I'll do it as soon as we leave. Cause what I did was I brought my Starlink satellite down to the basement. I'm gonna use that internet connection, set up the cameras. And then when I come back, we'll sort out the internet connection.
alright,
Cause I don't need the internet to work, but you need them to set the bloody things up. So-
yeah.
So I was gonna get them working, then take them away, and then when I come back, we'll
Okay.
see what we can do about that.
Okay,
Okay. Need to finish the office.
we should have a good rainy day this week. You can go over there and finish it.
Actually, it doesn't say it's gonna rain until later in the week, like the end of the week.
Well, we need to get a light fixture too for inside, right? So while we're at Lowe's, we can get a light fixture. But for next to the door, we were gonna put one on the inside. Or did we decide?
The
not to?
electricity
That's a problem.
there, we don't wanna hang anything on it,
Yeah,
cause I checked. That electricity goes all the plugs in the room where I'm sitting. And all of them have so much voltage drop in them. It's lucky they're even working, so. I wouldn't add a new
Well, we were just gonna disconnect the outside fixture and just have the outside
It's
fixture
still
not
too
even
much
work.
drop.
I wouldn't put anything on it from what I saw.
Okay.
I mean, I got a tester and not one of those plugs outlets in the room tests okay for 15 amp or 12 amp.
Well, the other alternative is I sent you a fan that has white daylight LED that we could eventually, Emily, how is the light in there? I mean, it's probably better in the summer, right? Or is it still gloomy?
Yeah, it's better, except on cloudy days, it's pretty gloomy.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can get a nice fan on Amazon for like $110 that has daylight setting where you can change the color
I mean, if
and
we
the,
want another light, we could use electricity on the one over the counter and come off of that circuit.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would say even if we just put a lamp on that table when you walk in, that might help. Like maybe a tall lamp.
all right, we'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's get
You always
Let's
look at
get
getting
drywall
those
while we're
pipelines.
at Lowe's
Those
too
things are
I
tomorrow.
already got the drop.
Oh, you already got it? You just haven't put it back on.
I'm not, but.
The drywall's there. Yeah, the drywall's in.
There, oh, I thought we
Yeah,
needed to buy it.
no, the drywall's there. We can look at getting those puck lights.
I think that's it. Tom.
Those don't use
I
much
think that's
power.
it.
Alright, guys.
They're all
Thank you.
LED.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi, Donna.
Those things are-
I haven't shown his face.
And they're like $12 a piece.
Emily, I'm
That's okay.
sending you a, they are asking if we want to send 9548 to hearing committee. These are Gray Fox, the tenants of the Romankeys who just have constant driveway clutter, and it doesn't matter how many times we tell them.
Oh, okay,
And people have complained about them too, just like, why do they get to have clutter and nobody else does, so.
yeah, I mean, today. it
And we've
goes
given
for
them
everybody,
we've given them every opportunity, so.
fortunately. Is that the one that, people are concerned about? Okay,
So is everybody okay with sending that one to hearing committee?
yeah.
Please do.
Okay.
What is going on with this? Is this a credit? For storage lot 17? Or storage lot 15? Or is this a balance due?
For storage lot 17,
Yeah,
rental.
you got two of them, 15 and 17. How did that get doubled like that?
That would be Webster.
We can't,
He rents it.
He's a renter,
Yeah, it's Webster.
an outside renter.
that's why, so is it,
Is he still in there?
yeah, is that supposed to be a credit or is that a balance due? It's
Oh,
got
that's
two amount, 15 and 17.
That's a charge, but it might be a reoccurring charge that just automatically did it. And I don't even know if he's still in there
Why is it so high?
because he
Why?
pays every 6 months or something like that. 4 months, 5 months.
Okay, well, I guess just put it on the list for Z to verify when she gets in this week.
Okay.
Bill Webster's still in there, and if so, it actually looks like he paid for June through October and April anyway, so actually we can just delete the July charges. But just put it on her list to double check
Yeah.
his ledgers.
Okay.
And then,
Emily, I just sent you a text. Can you please respond before I bring it?
Do you want me to respond in writing or talk about it?
You can talk about it.
Okay. So he has sent emails about his boat being in the driveway. He said he never got the courtesy notice, which he did. I told him the day it was emailed, and then he was upset that the cameras weren't in the storage area and basically making that an excuse of why his boat is not in the storage lot.
Yeah, not valid.
So then he sent emails over the weekend of pictures of him and his girlfriend on the boat and said, my boat is no longer in my driveway.
It's back to this morning though.
It's in
So
his
I guess he thinks he gets another 3 days because it left his driveway.
Well, no, actually,
Nope, we didn't board never let Ed get away with that with his trailer that he used every day for work. It's
Who?
my neighbor Ed. He couldn't keep his trailer in his driveway, even though he technically
Well,
left
he
his
was-
driveway every day.
Yeah, but if,
I mean, I
It's been-
can't
If
take
he
my
was
boat
going
to
with-
my house, get it ready, then go use it, and then bring it back and.
Not without asking the board for permission for an extension. And plus Bill's had his boat in his driveway for 2 weeks now.
Well, I understand that, but you're,
Okay, so.
Yeah, so Sunday he sent an email not in driveway on July 6th with a picture of him and his girlfriend out on the boat.
Doesn't negate the prior violation when he had it in his driveway for 2 weeks before he took it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so
long with the boat? Was he just gone for
he
the
was
day?
just gone for a few hours for the 4th.
Oh, so it
He-
wasn't gone,
Out on the 4th and he took it out on the 6th.
okay.
I mean, if he's worried about cameras, we can point out that Google has satellite cameras pointing.
Well, no, the agreement that he signed does not say that we even provide security in the storage lot. It's
No,
at your own
it-
risk,
no,
so he
it's
can't use
just-
that as an excuse.
Well, he uses everything for us.
Well, I know, but. Okay,
Okay,
well, cause yeah, I was just wondering, so he did get
He got a courtesy and a first violation. And I sent him the screenshots of both.
okay, so. The board needs to respond back to his email.
Well, I wouldn't.
I mean,
I would not,
no, he's overdue. We have to decide if we're gonna increase his
Yeah, so-
violation to a second notice, or are we gonna send him to hearing committee?
I mean, is it there now?
yes,
Well,
at least I saw it. and Came back from my bus stop.
Tom, look, one of the cameras is already in there, I mean, just give him the benefit of that.
You talk about him with cameras, you're just giving him what he wants. He wants to have something else to talk about.
No, and he knows better.
I would not even mention cameras. I mean, he will always come up with something. He never ever ends.
Okay,
He's got a
well,
list of excuses that he has to use.
okay, well, well, how about this? He took it out yesterday. It's back in his driveway. He has until Wednesday to put it in the storage
Yeah.
lot, but what I'm doing is I'm gonna upgrade it to a second notice and put the due date as Wednesday. And then if it's still in his driveway on Wednesday, we'll go from there.
Okay,
Cause this is the thing, like, this has been a 10-year fight with Bill, like,
Yeah, I know.
this is not the first time. And the thing is, it's like, he has asked us for permission before when he knew he was gonna have it there longer because he needed to make repair, and he didn't do it this time, and he knows better.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, his girlfriend's got a trailer in the driveway too, but nobody said nothing.
is it,
It's an ongoing.
Yeah,
his driveway or his other driveway?
so the driveway.
Um. Okay. The bond insurance was done, purchased. We
Yes.
got the thing,
It was total of,
620.
yes,
And so we're gonna have to add that to the annual budget, because that wasn't in the budget either.
Yeah,
Anything else?
There's a Becker bill that needs to be approved
Yeah,
before I pay it.
it was only 500 and change this month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so to update, Jake and I had a call with Stephen on Thursday. The meeting is gonna be Thursday, July 24th. Before then, I did not know that we had the option to allow quorum of the membership through Zoom. So he said, he's gonna prepare the paperwork for us. We just have to do a 48-hour notice meeting where the board officially adopts the ability to have quorum
He's already
through.
got the paperwork in the email.
In the email? No,
Yeah.
that was the meeting and it was the wrong date. I don't
The
think,
24th one, it's in there. I'm pretty sure it's in there.
But Thursday,
Yeah,
Thursday evening.
This
yeah,
Thursday meeting? 6:30?
yeah, 6:30. Well, yeah, no, that's the meeting for the actual voting of the amendments to the bylaws. I'm talking about that we have to do a board resolution to allow quorum through Zoom of the membership. That's gonna be a separate thing, so I'll
Oh,
remind
okay.
him. So basically, as long as the board adopts the ability to count quorum through Zoom, we can actually allow people to be in person at voting meetings by Zoom. They still have to fill out like a ballot or a proxy, but as long as they are in attendance on Zoom, they can
Yes.
be counted in person. So,
And that one, you have to have your name and we have to.
well, yeah, we have
let's
to
see who-
verify,
we have to verify who-
figure out the procedures of like, how do
Do
we?
they also have to have a face on the camera?
Well, I'd imagine we would have to at least verify with
Because
face and,
I can understand where someone goes ahead and flips on the thing, puts a black screen, and then walks away and doesn't do another thing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just do an attendance call on Zoom. And then we'll do attendance call in the building itself. That's all. Easy peasy.
okay. I'm in talks with Stephen also about the lien the notice of lien we're gonna initiate. He says that he should be doing it, not us, because
Yeah,
if we do it
I
wrong.
understand that needs to be done by the lawyer.
So I'll send him the information and then he can start that process.
Okay.
So this is a thing going out to let everybody know about the meeting, but at the same time, we have to do a vote to say yes or no to doing Zoom.
Oh, well, that'll be before. Well, we can either do that on a Monday meeting or we can just
Yeah.
do a notice meeting. Additional board meeting like in the next week or two to do that. And then, and this is where Stephen frustrates me, and I'm going to start recording all of our conversations with him. He says he never told us we could not hand deliver documents. And I
Yes, he
said,
did.
We pissed off everybody in here
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah,
And we don't need to do a bylaw
Yeah.
amendment because it's in the law. And so if it's in the law, it doesn't matter what our bylaws say. And I'm like, Stephen, I swear to God, you said we could not. And he's like, I would never have said that. Okay, whatever.
I have it in my notes 3 times. Do you want me to pull them up?
It's like, well, you must have misinterpreted what I said and wrote it down wrong. I was like, moving on. So anywho,
yeah.
so we're not doing that bylaw amendment because he says we don't have to. So what we're gonna do, so we're still gonna do the bylaw amendment to change maintenance fees to monthly instead of quarterly. And he wants us to try again so he's sending us a bylaw amendment for 9.2 of the bylaws, which is to change the voting threshold so the bylaw that says a resolution adopting a proposed amendment must receive approval of a majority of the votes, changing it from the entire membership to membership of the association, voting in person or by proxy, and then removing the sentence that directors and members not present or by proxy
Yeah.
may express their approval in writing, which is we can't do that by law. So we need to campaign again and remind people that this is not changing. The quorum still requires 50% of the membership show up to be able to vote. So it's not like 10 people can change a bylaw amendment. It's at least 50% of the membership has to show up to the meeting to even have a vote.
Mm,
So let's say if 104 people showed up and the
That's a
majority
quorum.
of people voted for it. So like the minimum amount of votes required to pass a bylaw amendment would be at least 50. We rarely get that much participation anyway. So
yeah.
I think we should do a video with you and put it on Facebook trying to explain it. And see, and and a new thing we're gonna do that
I can talk.
I knew the wording of the proxy said this, but I didn't truly understand what it meant. So the proxies are good for, what did they put in this?
60 days,
60 days.
so we can go
Which
back.
means if on that day of the meeting, we don't get enough participation or enough yes votes, we can say, okay, we didn't get enough votes today. We're gonna adjourn for today, but we are gonna open up the meeting again 30 days from now
Yeah.
and try again. And go, and so for everybody who voted no, because we'll know because their proxies and their ballots are in, we can do some more campaigning and go to people directly and explain what it means and see if they will change their vote and then try again. But we don't have to resubmit all the proxies because they're
Well,
good
people
for 60
didn't
days.
vote at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the people who didn't vote at all, we can go to them and say, hey, we
Yeah,
really
maybe
wish
they
you.
missed their email, maybe they missed something, missed a meeting or whatever.
Yeah. So, because I have a feeling, there's a good potential that the threshold one would not pass again, just because people have this weird thing that like, well, 10 people are going to be able to change our
Yeah.
documents, which is just not true.
Well, it needs to be worded,
Yeah,
right? So,
the wording is what gets people. That's people doesn't understand.
The thing is, it's like, it has to be worded the way that the lawyer wants it. It's
no,
just, it's,
but our description of it can
Yeah.
be worded however we
Yeah.
want.
well, the thing is, it's like, I put that description right in the explanation and people still thought we had malicious intent.
Yeah.
So, anyways. So those are the two we're going to try to pass for the bylaws. He is going to come up with at the same time. So that is a membership meeting. When that one's done, we'll adjourn that one. We'll open up a board meeting right after to just pass the new wording for the storage lot and
Yes.
the campsite rules to basically make them one sentence long. So that'll be that meeting. Any questions on that?
There
Yes,
seems
Tom?
to be something that we have to deal with the boat issue or the trailer issue that goes ahead and says something. Do we just put it as a hearing to go ahead and ruffle feathers more, or do we just go ahead and say, look, you should not have the trailer kind of items, boats, trailers, the flat bed trailers, whatever, the work trailers. They shouldn't be located at your residence. They should be located in the storage place. Yes, you could be loading and unloading. You could be repairing and stuff like that. But you need to be showing that you're doing that. And if you're not doing that, then you're just being lazy and not putting it into storage. So do we want to maybe wordsmith it so that, well, I had it off my driveway for 2 hours. That means I get to start the clock all over again. No, it's there day one, it's there day two, it's there day three. Doesn't matter what part of the day or night, it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll word it as can't say succinctly as possible. But the problem is just that the person we're dealing with does
I
not
know,
care.
I know.
So,
Yeah, it needs to be worded differently because in the rules and regulations says, you can move it and then bring it back. I mean, so that's one of them. I mean, could be changed.
well, yeah, I mean, eventually
But we gotta
the
work
rules
on
need to be
this
up.
first before we do anything else. I mean,
Okay.
that's down the road kind of thing.
Yeah, oh, that's down the road. I'm not saying that not right now, but
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that we have to fight
I
a
mean,
few for the same situation over and over again.
then yeah, give them 3 days again to
As long as
Unload.
they let us know.
or clean the boat. Cause I mean, once you're out in the water on a boat, especially saltwater, you have to clean it. You have to run fresh water through it. I mean,
Oh yeah, I understand.
So
Yeah, but the thing is that the majority of people in here, they understand what the rule is, and so they'll send an
Yeah.
email and saying, like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you let
yeah.
me for
They
3
should have
days, I'm
said
gonna be
something.
coming back on this day, and then I need another 3 days to clean it
yeah,
up.
there was no communication.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I get it.
And he does it just to push,
Yeah,
because he wants to push his points, so. Okay, so voting meeting now, anything else? July 24th.
well, there's one more, it's overdue and we have 3 vehicles in the driveway right now,
Oh, okay,
so.
who is the lady? A few doors down from me, who they're always parking in the grass across. And she doesn't get mail because she's old. But they're always parking they're always using the common ground as a parking spot when they just need
I
to
don't
park.
know, I've never seen anybody park over there,
All freaking time.
Really?
All the time.
I don't know.
I've seen it. I remember seeing a car parked across the street
I've
from.
never seen a car parked on that concrete pad right there.
Well, yeah, that was a different person, but this is one parking in the grass directly across from their house.
Huh.
Like, and they just like park the car like diagonally in the
Oh.
middle, like, it's just.
I'll have to keep an eye.
You're probably talking about Linden Schmidt, Maria Linden Schmidt. She does it all the time.
Emily, can you please call Lyndon Schmidt and tell her that her guests are not allowed to park in the grass across the street? They need to either park in her driveway or park at the clubhouse.
Okay.
Thank you.
On the pavement.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't check. Was really, so golf course fiasco man renter. Was he still parked in his red car in the street Sunday morning? Did anybody notice?
You're talking.
oh, he was parked on someone else's property twice. I
Well,
don't know why he's doing it, but
what's the guy's name with the curly dog, the big curly dog?
Mr. King.
Alan King.
Alan King. Okay, so Alan King and him, I guess
Oh,
they went to church together because I saw them at church. But I had passed him with his car parked in the road, and I wasn't sure if like he was just picking up Mr. King and taking them, or did he leave his car in the road for 3 hours while they were at church?
No, he
Yes.
picked him up.
He picked him. Okay,
but he
Yeah,
was
it has
parked there
been.
for quite a while though.
Yeah, he was parked there for
Just
quite a
not
while,
Alan.
but he did pick him up.
okay.
I mean, you notice it because it's not like he's parking going the right direction. He's parking going the
Yeah,
wrong direction too.
yeah.
What is his name again? I'm so horrible with names.
Mike Stanford.
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike's, okay. Emily, could you also just call Mike Stamper and just, kindly remind him, when he's picking up Mr. King and stuff, to try to not park quite so much in the road for so
Well,
long.
how often they just park right in the middle of Cougar Drive at his house.
yeah.
And that's a lot worse than it is over here. You
Yeah.
should drive around them.
Yeah, just tell him like, a couple people have complained that
Mm.
he parks too long, too much in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
To
well,
be
there was
cognizant of
people
that.
complaining about him parking on their property too.
Hmm.
Parking in their driveway,
Oh, you mean like
yes.
without permission?
Yes,
Sometimes he parks in the one on the end. Gravel.
yeah.
Oh,
over there, and
okay,
then he
so also
parked
parking his
on,
car without permission on other people's property.
his neighbor's driveway
Okay.
Oh,
when he had all that crap in his driveway last week. I don't know.
Anything else?
With all that rain that we had, did the drainage issue in any place in the park become an issue for homes?
No,
No? Okay, good.
it's normal rain,
Yeah.
Florida rain. So the problems
wasn't
were
that
the
bad.
same ones everybody always has.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
I
I'm sure
wouldn't
that
have
was the
been
same
over
stuff.
on Bloom's houses. Cause
yeah.
I'm sure they had a lake over there.
Yeah. And then Luska, of course, they got water, I mean, standing water, but. Other than that, no.
I was
it's
too lazy to go driving around.
I know, I should have too. Well, actually, I came back when it was just getting dark and it was pouring, and so it was too late by then for me to see where all the water was going.
Yeah, I didn't bother either.
But I went around last week, I think, right after rain. And the drains in question, none of them had standing water.
Cool.
That tells me that they were doing better than they were. That's my point about what we did, I think, made some
Made
difference.
some difference.
93.45. They're overdue.
Overdue what?
It says vehicle type not permitted. Vehicles and parking. Too many vehicles in driveway, I guess.
93.45.
Let's see. No, that's just something else. That's for go-karts.
Yeah, so I just, because Darcy St. John did that violation, so I just added to that violation that they need to contact the office and let them know that they received the message that they're not allowed to do that. So I just did that this morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the overdue ones because the girls have been good about letting us know in the office reports when like they're ready for us to review one. And the only one they had was the driveway clutter that's ready to go. Oh no, wait.
Okay.
Nope, scratch that. Emily just added like 10 more to the list.
Sorry. Those are just kind of notes. So the hearing committee upheld fines for 9475 and 9496, the probate house.
Okay, so the probate house, they did the pressure washing, but they never did get around to the other stuff,
No.
right? Okay.
No, and I added new pictures.
That's the lawyer's office trying to do the minimum amount of work possible.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, so they're
that one the fine needs to be, I think you've been CC'd on some emails with David and Austin, the
Yeah.
lawyers. I guess mail it to David's lawyer's office
yeah, he
address.
was the one that was.
I mean, you can email it to them, but we need to mail it to
Yeah, the attorney's office.
you could send 2 copies to both lawyers. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the yard fines, none of them have been paid except for Amber Cone. She paid hers or the tenant paid it. I'm not sure which one, but
okay, the other ones,
So that's why they stay overdue, because they're that made.
yeah, they're not paid and
Yeah.
they're still not in your yards. 9304 at this point, that's the corner lot, right? Like we can find
Yeah.
him every day.
yeah. And he came in like 2 weeks ago and he's like, I'm gonna get someone out there to do the yard like in the next few days, and then nothing happened.
Where's he at?
Yeah, what is going on with that property?
Okay, so he's got a renter in there that pays rent, but he's using it just as an address.
Huh?
Well, are you sure? I've never seen anybody there or
Yeah, he
Yes.
doesn't live there. He doesn't live there. He's just using it because he needs an address for, I think, some child support reason.
So he's not even there, he's just using the address.
Yeah. So that Christopher guy, who's the tenant on there, he actually leases it. Albert gets money from him, but he doesn't live there.
Huh?
Well, you need to stress the owner. It's not him
Illegal.
coming, oh, I'm gonna get somebody to come out and do the yard. He needs to have somebody consistent coming
Yeah.
out to do the yard.
Yeah,
And-
I sent, after he got the last hearing notice, I sent him a letter. In order to avoid any more fines, you need to hire someone to keep up on your yard.
No.
I mean, if the fine doesn't,
We want to see the contract.
no, fine.
Yeah, well, let's just every day fine until $1,000 and then
Okay, can you call him and call and email both and say, look, we're at the point where we're gonna literally fine you every day it's not taken care of up to $1,000 this year.
yeah.
Okay.
Because that was his second hearing committee.
Did he even show up for a hearing?
He doesn't go.
No.
Okay, those are just all. Yeah, I think we really need to discuss, I think next year, everybody goes on the mow list and they have to tell us they want it or
Yeah.
not, because
That's
Yeah,
what-
because
And I-
Z left me a note for 2 more people.
mow their
So-
lawn and they for mowing their lawn. I would
Yeah.
rather them be mad at us for mowing their lawn than
Yep,
not mowing the lawn.
I agree.
So,
Which lot are you talking about? Aren't you talking about?
Corner lot.
This-
No.
Yeah, right.
but there's other ones that,
There was,
just this whole hoop lot that we.
We don't know that one any.
like over here next to, Owanski or whatever. I mean, that lady don't never come out of her house.
Yeah.
I mean,
Common grounds. Yeah.
and it's pretty bad over there. It's tall. Yeah,
Is Samara able to keep up on the common ground mowing now that she's part-time again?
no, I don't think so.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I mean, last week was a holiday week.
Well, yeah, last week was kind of,
The thing is that we told them we said first and third for Thursdays. Like, that's not enough. We
No,
kinda have
the
to mow this
problem
every
is
week.
now we're into the point where you will drive around here and you will never see lawns that look like they
Yeah.
don't need to mow.
yeah,
That's what we're
because we're in
into
the
now.
rainy season.
Well, I'm thinking we probably should do at least this circle every week.
And we
On
were
the
just
football and everything.
told that people were complaining that we're mowing it every week. So if you want to go back to that, that's fine. I mean, literally.
They were complaining because
Some-
we're mowing too much.
Well, because we were mowing this every week, but we weren't mowing their houses enough.
We only mow everybody's house every other week,
So like, why?
You're not taking that big mower to someone's house.
but we used to mow
I mean,
this common ground, especially around the pool, we used to keep it up. Because that was, people were complaining that it wasn't, so, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just switch over to. doing
No,
it
I
more.
think, I
doing
think,
it more.
yeah, I think this should be done every week. I don't care if people are complaining if we're mowing this every week. Like, that's just dumb.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Well, I don't care either, it's just what I was told, backed
Yeah.
off, so.
All right,
And same with the campsite should be.
10:56. We got, well, no, the campsites need to be done every week. Those are
Yeah.
supposed to be done every Monday. And we haven't sent out is that what we're gonna do? Because Emily needs to send out like our summer letter to everybody staying there that, hey, every Monday have your stuff cleaned up because we're
That's
gonna.
what the goal is, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Emily, I'm sure there was a letter from last year, but we need to send to all our campers that, every Monday is, or at least, give them a call and just say, hey, every Monday we're gonna be mowing and trimming the campsites.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Done.
no,
Anything else, Tom? Anything else, Emily?
got any good office updates?
I don't think so. I think we went through everything that was on my list.
Okay. Anybody online have anything? You've got 3 minutes.
Just a quick question. Do we have any hearings this Thursday?
I believe they're all for, let me look real quick.
I think they're off for next week.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
this
for the 17th.
For the what?
We have 2 for the 17th,
Okay. And that's at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Okay. Nothing this week.
Nothing this week.
Terrific. Thank you.
I wanted to verify, the Darcy thing runs out for 2 weeks. This is week 1. Robert, you're taking off like right after this meeting or something like that for a month?
Friday.
No, Friday I'm leaving, but I can't do anything because I'm working on getting ready to leave, so.
Yeah, okay, no, I just was verifying because I had put down some quick notes and I wanted to clarify.
Okay,
And
so
then,
is, sorry, go ahead.
and then, Jake, about a weekend before school starts or something like that, you said you were going to be gone for a weekend?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
Darcy, you say that starting the 28th, you're in school?
Yeah, and so I'll miss a couple of Monday meetings until I figure out my schedule, and then you guys can decide if we're gonna change the time based on my teaching
When does
schedule.
school actually open up?
The
First of
11th.
August?
The 11th, but I start on the 28th.
Yeah, I know, I remember. 45 years of it, 2 weeks before.
Yeah. Emily, I'll do the deposits, so just text me when there's a deposit.
Okay, Z has one ready in the safe for today.
Okay, I'll take it today.
And Jake, you're all signed up now with the banks?
Yep,
Cool.
so I ain't going nowhere.
There was
Well,
a manhole cover that was discovered at the property next door to mine on Bobcat. They were
Yeah.
doing some kind of remodel.
They had somebody trimming their trees. A limb fell down and crashed through the manhole.
Yeah,
I mean, what are the chances that
Yeah.
it exactly hit
A covered manhole, it was covered with sand.
2 or 3 inches
Yeah.
of dirt?
And he was about to pour concrete on that for a sunroom.
Yeah, so I was just verifying that. Wow, that sounds like it.
Yeah.
Serendipitous almost.
No, we didn't switch the manholes yet.
We do that today, if possible.
So we found another manhole.
Yes,
you did.
and we actually found another one around Alan King's house, but we're not 100% sure.
Yeah, we got another one that's buried. We know it's approximately under Alan King's property.
That would make
Yeah.
sense.
Can't find it up above.
Oh, are we buying that camera we said we were gonna go ahead and buy? The $1,200 one?
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna rent.
No, you said go ahead and
no,
buy
we're
it.
gonna buy it and then we're gonna put it in the reserves for 3 years.
Oh,
Okay, we're buying what?
The sewer camera we talked about last week, which will help us find,
Yeah.
our missing manholes.
and we'll probably find them under concrete slabs and under
Yeah,
houses and.
Well, and then we get to send a 30-day notice saying sorry, you're gonna have to move your house.
Legally, I think legally, we just have to send them something saying that we need to have access to it.
So we need to drill
How that is.
door
yeah.
and create a trap door.
And oh, by the way, we're coming into your living room to go ahead and come out, get under the rug so we can get to the thing because your neighbor's house is flooded.
Yeah,
All right,
all right.
Everybody have a great week.
you too.
Plan on it.
All right, bye.